So yeah, we're just gonna look at. So I called in some favors from a couple of folk, and I got a couple of long sets of gold or versus Gold Lewis. I'm not very good at the character, so I had other people play it for me.
He's a big boy. He didn't look that large.
I actually can't hear a fucking thing. What?
He didn't look that big.
Oh no, he's fucking massive.
Yeah, he reminds me of my buddy Moy. Shape.
That's actually part of my problem with playing him is that he's so fucking large that he gets clipped by so much shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was wondering. I'm never a fan of playing those guys in fighting games. The ones that like take up half the screen and shit. Like I just have never had that comfort zone to use them. So yeah. I definitely can imagine this is not a character for everybody.
Yeah, he's slow, but he's super duper fun. I don't think he's very good yet. People just haven't like found out the really, really good stuff with him yet. But until the next balance patch, I don't think he's going to be one of the better characters like people were hoping he would be.
So before
he's super fun to play.
Before I forget, welcome back to another episode of Can of Worms. We're taking a look at the new character for Guilty Gear that was released just this last week, right?
Yeah, he released just... wait, was it this week? No, it was last week.
All right, so if you are a Guilty Gear player, let us know in the comments about this character, what your feelings are. Is it something that was free, Nick, or did you have to buy it?
No. You can buy him individually for, I think, $8, I think it was, but I just bought the season pass for $30.
That's what I did with Mortal Kombat, even though... No, you know what? I probably got my money out of it in terms of like the number of characters. It's just playtime that I didn't really get anywhere near as much as say like a player like you would.
Yeah, I think like when I was grinding Mortal Kombat 11, I think I played it like, oh my god, I had to have played it like 50 hours a week.
I really enjoyed it too. Don't get me wrong, I liked that game, but
after Combo Breaker, I didn't want to fucking touch that game.
All right. So tell us about this guy, because he is taken up seriously. Can you even jump over him?
Yeah, you can, because I can like control my jump a bit. But big ass guy, big slow fat guy. But he's got to do the most damage in individual hits than most of the cast. He hits so goddamn hard because basically the way that you have to play him is either defensively or reactively, and once you get a couple of good hits in, then you just explode and die.
So is he aggressively cross-eyed, or is it just me?
So he has, what you're probably seeing is the lens that's on his glasses. It's like a little aiming reticle on his glasses.
Oh, that's amazing. It's got kind of a Gungrave heavy-set feel.
This color of it, yeah. The guy that I play after this set, he uses the Colonel Sander colors, I think. Maybe the blue one.
Oh, no. What's
Who's that guy from Soul Calibur with the very large weapon?
Nightmare or Siegfried?
Yeah, Nightmare and Siegfried, and that's who this guy's kind of reminding me of.
Oh, and
big old guy.
Yeah, the big's kind of slow, but you don't want to get hit by him.
Yeah,
kind of character. Yeah,
this guy hits like an absolute fucking truck, but he's slow as all hell.
So, how popular has he been? I mean, I know, like generally in the first week, it's hard to tell how, to gauge how popular a character is going to be. Like in the meta, because obviously the first day you'll have a lot of people playing him.
Well, competitive meta, he's basically not in it, or at least not yet until people figure more stuff out with him. But yeah, that doesn't really mean anything to most of the people that play the game, because competitive meta only matters for the top 1%.
Right. So in the actual, like, because I haven't really played Strive yet, when you are looking at the game, is there anywhere to see like the breakdown of what characters played the most?
you can see it day by day, just because in the lobbies there's like little news bulletin things that fly by, and it's like the most picked character today is Soul Bad Guy, and it will probably always be Soul Bad Guy until they nerf him. But I mean, he's getting played a decent amount. Like, he's already more popular than a handful of the characters that are already in the game. But I mean, he has a very polarizing playstyle, and just his mobility options aren't for everyone. So
Okay, so if you're used to the kind of character who bounces back and forth pretty easily, the moment you start playing him, it's a pretty rough adjustment.
yeah, the big thing is in Guilty Gear they have something called the gut system, which is basically how much damage your character can take. And he is, I want to say, second or third highest.
Oh wow, I'm shocked
Like
he's in first.
Yeah, so he's like, he's big and tanky, and he takes a lot of hits. So like he only needs to do like 2 or 3 clean combos on me to kill me, and I have to like keep on applying pressure on him throughout the match. That's kind of like, that's the game that you have to play with him, is you have to be patient and look for openings and just kind of make the good decisions more often.
You have to be a good defensive player too, from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd have to learn how to bait people a lot.
For sure. I mean, how does the countering system in Guilty Gear work compared to, say, oh god, the last one I was really accustomed to was like Tekken Tag.
Well, I mean, most counter systems in fighting games are about the same. It's you hit them while they are trying to hit you.
Right, so like right as their strike would make contact, that's when your button press has to go through, essentially.
Pretty much. Kind of like Dark Souls has a counter hit, and that's exactly how it works in that. The big thing in this is the type of counter that you get is based on what you hit them with, like what kind of move you hit them with, and what they were attempting to do. So he has these gigantic slow moves that are super duper punishable. Mm-hmm. And if I were to use one of my slow moves while he's winding one of those up, then I would get the highest amount of counter damage and stun from it.
Okay, I got you. So, I mean, I can definitely see who are you playing? Is it just like your roommate?
No, these are the 2 Gold Lewises that I got footage of. These are some people that I called in a favor for on Discord.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well, I wish we'd known ahead of time. I'd thank him by name, for doing that. Then I definitely appreciate it. It's not always fun to sit there and play somebody, especially if it's somebody you don't really have a lot of interest in actually pursuing, as a main.
Yeah, and this was opening week, so these are I think the person after this guy is still playing him, but I know for a fact that this guy isn't playing him anymore. He went back to his original character.
Yeah, I mean, it's
the same thing I did on day 1 too. Is like I played Gold Lewis for 4 hours straight, and I was like, this sucks. I want to go back to Leo.
I can't believe that you can play. Like, I love fighting games, I do, but I like them in short bursts. So, when I think about playing like a single person.
Okay, he went with the blue. Yeah, this guy beats my ass.
It looks like you have to be really patient.
Yeah. Or, like, in my case, is I'm super aggressive. So he's just like, I'll just wait for you to fuck up and then beat the unholy shit out of you.
Wow, okay, he's a lot different to watch than the last guy.
Yep. He actually beats my ass in most of these matches.
He really rolled into like even though that guy's slow,
he's got the momentum.
Yeah, I was
keep the momentum up.
He keeps the momentum in those combos just perfectly, especially some of the points in the last match that really made me shut up and take notice. Wow, you got him there though. I can see what you mean about doing a lot less damage by comparison.
Because like that wasn't an optimal combo or anything, but like against certain characters that would be like 50%.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like a 9-hit combo, and it felt like he was just really kind of shrugging it off.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
Well, where does the character that you play the majority of the time, where does he sit sort of in terms of the damage output?
In terms of raw damage, he's top 5. I mean, he does a lot of fucking damage. I played Leo in the Guilty Gear that came before this, and he just in this game and in Exerd, he just shits damage.
He reminds me so much of Trevor Belmont after I've been watching the Castlevania series on Netflix.
See that with big fur coat? Yeah. See, I'm dead. He just slaughtered me.
Go back, and I want to see that round again, because Jesus.
It was a short one.
Yeah. And I don't mean that insultingly. It was just, Jesus.
Oh, no, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, this was part of the reason, like, regardless if we were recording or not, I was going to call these people in, but I basically hopped in a Guilty Gear Discord, and I was like, I need Gold Lewis players now.
Wow.
And this guy, so when it comes to ranking in this game, the rank mode is like a floor system. Mm-hmm. There's 10 floors, and then there's an 11th floor that's just called the Celestial Floor. And this guy is in that Celestial Floor.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Which, it's funny because the Celestial Floor, like, there is no cap. Like, once you're in, you just kind of stay there, hang out, and just get better and better and better. And the gap of players, like, between the beginning of the Celestial Floor and people that's been there a while, like, that skill gap is way bigger than the normal rankings of 1 through 10. Like, those guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say some fighting game players, like, and don't get me wrong, I would rather watch those kind of players play the game than play it myself, because it's a lot more interesting. It's a lot more brutal, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Jesus. It seems like you're getting in and out of matches pretty quick. Is that just the...
No, we're just hitting rematch at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when this is over, I'll show you how the actual lobby system works, because it's fucking abysmal and I hate it.
Is it? I mean, has it ever been good in a fighting game, though?
Sometimes not having a lobby system at all is better than what some of these developers implement.
Really?
Like Tekken, for example, like I'd rather have Tekken's lack of a lobby where you just go into a menu and match somebody. I'd rather have that than what I currently have in Guilty Gear, because I dislike it so much.
So do you have to sit there in a lobby and basically... Because, like...
I have to wait for someone to physically match with me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I was going to say...
That's why I'm in these Discords, is so that way, like, people can be like, hey, East Coast looking for a match at 7 p.m., and then, like, Jesus. Some people would be like, prefer Leo or whatever, like, if they're wanting to learn a matchup. And, like, we'll be like, all right, cool. So we'll get on the East Coast lobby, and we'll get into, this private lobby, and we'll meet up at this time. Like, people would rather do that than sit around in some of these public areas.
Well, that's when you know that your lobby system is ass. What I meant was more like and Chris, you'll know exactly what I mean, like the Call of Duty style lobby where you're sitting there with like 16 other people, and of course you got that one dude who's like actively mic'd, and so everybody has to sit there and listen to that fucker struggle with type 2 diabetes for like 3 minutes before anybody can even shoot.
It's nothing that bad, because I mean you're talking about waiting for one other person and not what would it be, 15 other people.
Yeah.
But what it is I go to a Basically, it's a thing that you stand at. One player stands on the left side, one player stands on the right side. You connect together, and then you can play your match. I have to physically go to this station, and they have to physically meet me at that station.
All right,
That's
you have to show me. Yeah.
I have a little bit of footage of it from the first guy that was doing matches with me.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It looks like Habbo Hotel as well, which doesn't help.
Yep.
Chris, I actually haven't played a multiplayer match of Call of Duty yet. So, have they improved their matchmaking system, or?
No, oh god, no. So supposedly what Call of Duty does is they're like, okay, skill levels. This is what level you are. This is, how your KD is, and blah blah blah. And they supposedly now match it up like that. Now, once upon a time, and I can't confirm this only because I don't know if it was true, people were accusing them of finding actual streamers and prioritizing them and making them like higher rank than people in the lobbies. And it was all for the popularity, watching people, tune in and watch Twitch or whatever, and they're like, oh, this game looks so much fun, it looks so easy, I got this streamer playing it, so they were letting the streamers win, basically.
Well, I know that they did get busted for prioritizing network traffic towards streamers so that they were able to reconnect really fast, and they also put them up against people who were, well, out and out terrible most of the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what was going on a little bit, I think. And as, feelings aside from how I feel about Activision Blizzard right now, they are pretty fucking lazy about certain things like anti-cheat software and, actually finding these people abusing the system and all that stuff. They'll never do that, but they will come out with a new skin pack every 2 days.
Yeah, it won't be until people stop playing, en masse that they actually feel the need to incorporate some, because that kind of software, even if they're not, paying for a service, if they're developing it either way, it's going to cost them money that, say,
oh yeah,
over there in
yeah, I mean, it's no secret they're into making money doing what they want to do. So if someone says, hey, can you fix the game, and it's going to cost them more money than it's going to make them, because, let's be real, Call of Duty is going to be one of those franchises that lives for a long time, somehow. I say playing it, but, they're not going to fix things. They're going to have a whole team to make their new skins, make their weapon blueprints and blah, 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 and balance the game out. And they're going to do all that stuff because it's going to make them more money in the long run, over actually improving the flaws of the game, which are still there.
Yeah.
But I could go on forever about how much I dislike the whole system, but we're not here to talk about that.
That's crazy. What's weird is it's always been trash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's... Okay, yeah, I'm going to bite my tongue. But yes, I agree.
So in your guys' opinions then, because I do apologize to everybody listening because we went off, or kind of lost focus there for a minute, but bringing it back to where we were headed originally is there even, or has there ever really been a game that had a great, matchmaking system that really took all of the pain out of finding an anonymous sort of, matchmaking?
No.
I don't think there is that I've seen.
Like, it all depends on the net framework. So it's like, there have been fighting game lobbies that are really, really good. Like, actually, the previous Guilty Gear had extremely well put together lobbies, but the online play of the last Guilty Gear was not very good.
Oh.
So it's like they had an excellent lobby with bad net play.
Ooh. That's so weird that they doubled down and went the other direction this time.
Yeah. Now they have possibly the best net play, like maybe even better than MK11's rollback, and shit lobbies. So basically, I was looking for lobby 6 because we said we would meet in 7.
Oh no!
Yeah, we were
you have
meeting
to,
in lobby 7.
You have to pick a lobby like that, and then.
Yes. Well, so those are the public lobbies. You can create private lobbies.
Oh, okay.
But we wanted to do a public one just so we could also like play other people when we're ready. So then I had to find a dual station that works because they still haven't fixed this fucking bug.
Oh my god, you can't just say I want to play?
You can do private matches, but we didn't specifically want to do private matches because we wanted to fuck off and like play with other people when we were done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can't, like, say you were just trying to play at your house, you didn't have anybody you were trying to play against, you literally can't hit multiplayer, random match.
So in this game, you can kind of do that. You have to go into training mode and then turn on match finding in training mode.
Wow, that's
But
garbage.
if you want to do anything but that, then you have to basically go through lobbies like that, like how you just saw. And that's why anytime I do Guilty Gear stuff, like I always pause my OBS until I find a match, because not only is it a pain to find a match sometime, like there's plenty of people playing Guilty Gear, but it's just a pain to connect to a match because of bugs in the lobby.
Well, I wonder, because you said that their actual netcode this time is great. Do you feel like maybe they will institute, I guess, a better lobby system down the road? Like maybe that wasn't the priority at launch?
I doubt it. They've had this lobby since I played it in the alpha test, but or not the alpha test, but the first beta test. So I mean, they've had this lobby, and I would be fine with the lobby. Like, as much as I hate it, I'd be fine with the lobby if it wasn't so bugged.
I mean,
like when I was trying to connect to a station and then it would give me an error, like those little bugs are super annoying.
Yeah, I mean, that would be sort of a deal breaker for me. Like, but then again, I mean, the rest of the game I know is amazing. It's just
yeah, I guess, mind you, like the longest in the past like few weeks, the longest I've spent trying to get a match is like maybe 3 minutes.
All right, well that's not bad.
Like the people are there. It's never a matter of people aren't there or whatever. It's just a matter of sometimes it takes a second to get connected.
Well, the good thing is the fighting game community, I assume, at least, maybe you can tell me, is a little bit more dedicated. So you're not going to have as many people dropping off so rapidly.
Yeah, well,
because of those things.
It depends, because I mean, the majority of people who buy fighting games are not in the fighting game community. Like the people that make fighting game like developers a lot of money are the people that buy it because it's hot for a week or they want to check it out and then they never play it again.
Okay.
But it is the community that keeps it going after the fact.
True. I'm trying to think of other games where you have like a really dedicated community playing a game years and years after the developers have moved on to multiple sequels, or multiple
I mean, it's like
games.
MMOs.
Make NeverQuest joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
a good point.
It is like the FGC is comparable to MMO players, where it's just like overall, it's a big community of people that like fighting games. I may not like the same fighting game you like, but we can both appreciate fighting games.
Right.
And then you drill down deep, and then there's like, there's the Guilty Gear players, there's the Persona players, there's the Street Fighter players, the Tekken players, the anime players.
Okay.
Can I just mention that a lot of people are like, oh, fighting games are just fighting games. They're all the same. No, the hell they're not.
Yeah, look at this and then look at Street Fighter 5.
Right. Like, I can play Mortal Kombat. I can play Soul Calibur. I look at this game and it scares me a little.
Yep.
Because this is not the style I could ever play in a million years.
What's crazy is this isn't even like what this is one of the slower games that I'm actively playing right now.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, the thing is, like, fighting games, you can, if you have, like, the Eddie Gordo type, It's good for people who just, have no idea what they're doing. You can basically just smack buttons. But when it comes to something like this, I can't imagine that really works. I haven't seen any matches so far, at least, where that seemed valid.
Well, and I guess the big difference is like I actively called these people together from Discord to play with me, and all of these people are better than me. Like, I actively seek out people that are better than me to play them. If I were to hop into ranked and play people that were on my same skill level based on the tower system, then it wouldn't seem like this like one-sided thing either way.
Okay.
Like their skill-based matchmaking is not that bad at all.
Oh, okay. So, I can remember, speaking of skill-based matchmaking, and how we were talking about Call of Duty earlier, I can remember back in the day when good players would just dominate until like the last 3 minutes of a match and then kill themselves over and over again.
Yeah.
To get put into another easy-ass match because they were trying to level something.
Yep. And see, that's another problem I think a lot of the skill-based rank systems have. Because even when you have something that matches up really, really well, you're going to have people that smurf. Asterisk, if anyone's listening doesn't know what smurfing is, it's basically when you're really good at a game and you make a new account to start out level 1. So you're in a room with a bunch of newbies and you just proceed to put your foot in their ass. That's smurfing. It's done a lot in like League, a few other games. I mean,
League, COD, Fortnite.
Yeah, pretty much anything with a leveling system and a matchmaking system, you're going to have that.
Yeah.
Especially competitive level places like that. I've heard it happening in fighting games. I don't know to what degree, because at that point it just doesn't seem fun.
So it depends on what game. Like Tekken, you can do it pretty easily in, but in this game, you can still do it. It's definitely still doable in this game, but before you can even play online, it makes you perform like a match against a bot, and based on your performance against that bot, it places you somewhere on the floor ranking system. So you would have to do really piss poor against the bot, and then okay, maybe it throws you into floor 2 out of 10, right? And if you are smurfing in this game, you're more than likely going to get on a hot streak where you win more and more and more than everyone else on those floors. And you're going to skyrocket through those floors, and like your smurf
Well, you're
account
pretty much smurfing for like a fraction of the time.
like maybe like right now, like I am I fluctuate between floor 7 and 10 depending on how tilted I get. So like if I were to go like start at 1, I could get back up to 10 in a day.
Oh wow.
Like, and when I say in a day, like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like not even worth it.
Right, like, and that's kind of what I was hoping to hear out of something like this, where it was like, sure you can smurf, but it's just going to be wasting your time because it's not worth it.
And it's like, the reality of it is like in a game like this, like there is no real point to do that because there's no rewards that you get for doing that. Right. And like you don't get better. Like there are people that do it in League so that way they can reset, practice fundamentals, and then like reconfirm like, yes, I am good enough to get back to this rank.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you do it for that reason, that's fine. But I mean, the majority of
doing it in this, you're not learning anything.
Right.
And it's like that's like the whole fun is kind of learning and growing as a player. That's why I hop into Discords and get my ass beat all day.
Yeah. It's like Call of Duty where you level up and
exactly
skins. That as much as I love that component of the game, and I actually don't think I would even play it without that component, it leads to just some of the shittiest behavior.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, anywhere you find competition, you're going to find that toxicity, I mean, I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying, oh, we'll just deal with it. I'm just saying, as long as you have shitty people, It's gonna happen.
Well, did you guys see that? I think it's Ubisoft and also, Riot filed a class action lawsuit against that website Ring One.
Maybe.
I didn't even hear about it.
Oh no.
So basically, they're one of the websites that sells really well done cheats for games like, Call of Duty or Valorant. And most of the time, from the look of it, from the people they mentioned in the lawsuit, it didn't sound. I think two of the guys were named Muhammad, and then the other two guys, honestly, I can't remember their names, but they sounded very Western. Like people used to accuse, like, say, at one point there was a Chinese company doing it, and they would sell, like, bots that were so good that they sold them on a monthly subscription basis instead of, like, a one-off. Because they would constantly evolve the software to help beat the anti-cheat detection, So Ubisoft and Riot have both filed these lawsuits against, like, these 4 individuals in particular and the website. And I guarantee you that if Riot is involved with their parent company being Tencent, I doubt there are many places you could hide from that lawsuit.
Yeah.
That would be real difficult.
Yeah, because they cover basically anywhere you could honestly get away with it.
Yeah.
And the amount of money that I guarantee you that they'll win will probably bankrupt at least those individuals. And honestly, I have no sympathy whatsoever. I absolutely hate any kind of company that basically makes
3D corporations.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to say in this situation, I'm for once kind of on the side of the big corporation. Like, I don't like cheaters in any kind of game. Like, the fact that you would be such a little bitch that you would pay money to do better and fucking ruin everybody else's good time for your own selfishness.
But to cap off the Guilty Gear video, just because Chris inspired me to bring these other things up, just because you said, like, not all fighting games are the same. So this is the other game I'm actively playing.
Nice. Skullgirls.
Love Skullgirls.
There's nothing.
I've never played it myself, but I absolutely love the style of it. Not just the pervy factor, but, like, it just looks so innocently cartoony. So it's, like, super funny watching them kick the shit out of each other and, like, the boob thing, elephant in the room on that one. But
wait, what boob?
I love this match so much because this is me winning the best of 30 because it's 14 to 14, and I'm down to my last character, no life left, and he just chokes so fucking hard.
Oh wow, you got brought down to practically nothing.
Oh no, he really did too.
Oh, and he thought he was slick. No.
Even though the characters are, like, really overly sexualized, they're not, like, who would look at that?
I think they're pretty tastefully done, I'll be honest.
No, I was going to say, who would look at that and be like,
You'd be surprised.
Zip.
And then this is actually a game that is going to be coming out later this year that I'm so pumped for, called Melty Blood. Another anime game, but just on the same thing of, like, not all fighting games are the same. I definitely belong to the anime community of fighting games. But this looks way different than both of the games that we just looked at, and it's definitely not Street Fighter.
Where everybody.
And by the way, Nick, they call those people weebs, and I love them for most of my friends.
Yeah, the weeb fighting community is a strong one.
It really is. Like, you don't want to mess with them. Like,
they're all
in a fighting game.
Oh, yeah. Psychopaths.
Like, I do love them though.
All right, so where's this Melty thing? Melty Blood, you said?
Yeah. Melty Blood.
I want to say I've actually heard of this game.
It's an old franchise that is being brought back. This is the guy, based on his trailer, who I might end up playing because he just starts choke slamming people.
Oh my.
Never on the first date.
Yeah.
Am I?
Okay, some first dates, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah. But this is definitely faster than Guilty Gear.
I don't see anything yet.
Yeah, it's still Skullgirls on screen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, so about this.
Oh, it's, you know what? It's because I'm sharing the screen and not. All right. So we're gonna roll.
There
this
we
back.
go.
So yeah. Fucking yeah. This is ultra anime.
Oh wow, is it? Is that Rurouni Kenshin? No, I'm joking.
All right.
That's one of them Cowboy Bebops.
Oh no.
That's one of them Pikachus.
But no, this game's gonna be tight.
Oh, somebody reminds me of Joker from Persona.
Oh, with his little knife.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see what he does with that little knife? Because what he does with that little knife is fucking disgusting, and I'm not ready to play against it.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking psychopath.
Dude, he looks just like Joker. Ooh, I like the graphics though, like just the aesthetic of it.
Yes, God, they do such a good job with their visuals. They always have.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
I don't know what
so much like Joker. Even the way he moves, kind of.
I don't know what I'm gonna do against this man when I see him.
So this looks AAA though.
Nope.
Really?
I guess you would consider this AA.
God, the effects are phenomenal.
It's published by Arc System Works, which is like Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, Persona Versus. But the actual developer doing it is what I guess you would consider AA. Yeah.
I've heard of Type Moon games. I feel like I've heard of them. Maybe
this channel is a new one that they've made to promote the new Melty Blood coming out in September that I'm going to be playing the shit out of.
Okay.
But yeah, all the characters in this, like they go with a very, like, for the most part, normal design for their characters, like people that you would see on the street, but just everything is just so pretty.
Jesus Christ, look at her name. It's like the alphabet had a stroke.
Yeah.
My God.
Her last name is Brunstad, and I kind of dig it.
Yeah, the first name is the one I'm struggling with. I wonder where that's from. Art? You know what? I'm going to butcher it if I try
The
to say
Depths of Hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
She's dope.
I wish I could play fighting games to that level, or that I had the time to invest, really, but
Yeah.
there isn't a group of friends, couch, or amount of weed involved that could get me to,
Oh, I'm worthless. Like when I'm drunk or anything of the sort, it's all muscle memory or nothing. Because like in Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball Fighters, I can do Android 16 combos with my eyes closed. And it's a good thing because when I'm drunk, I might as well have my eyes closed.
Yeah, no, I could never play them, anywhere except for, anyway. I'm not trying to glorify that and get the video taken down.
No, I hear you. But no, whenever I am inebriated on a game like that, there's a lot of the times where it's my hands are kind of moving by themselves, like my eyes are keeping everything in check, but my hands are just doing all the work. So I'm kind of like, all right,